Good morning, grade 5, and a warm welcome to the English class. Well, children, today we are going to learn figures of speech. Is it something new? Yes? Is it something new? Where have we heard this? Yes, we studied this, children, last year. Okay? And we hear it every day, or we are using it every day during our conversation, during our writing. So figures of speech is not something new. We have learned it last year and we are using it constantly every day. Now let's see exactly what do we mean by figure of speech. Okay. So what's a figure of speech? A figure of speech is a word or a phrase. It is used in speech and writing. And it is more persuasive, vivid and relatable. Now what do I mean by these words? More persuasive, vivid, relatable. What do I mean by this, children? Persuasive is when you convince somebody. Persuasive means making you want to believe or to do a particular thing. You remember, children, persuasive writing? Okay, that example which I gave you of Imagica. You want to go to that trip. So how would you convince your mother? How would you persuade her? Like an advertisement. How do they persuade us to buy it? So that's the meaning of persuasive. Vivid and relatable is something real and which you can relate. So if somebody is speaking something, you can relate. You can understand that what is that person trying to say. Like take for example, children, the first one. The old man passed away last night. Now instead of saying die or died, so you're using the word passed away. Can you see? Harry was over the moon after hearing the results. So when I hear this or when I read this, what do I understand? That he was very happy. So that it shows that maybe he was the first ranker or he scored good marks. And the third one, the offer is as cheap as chips. That means very, very cheap. Anybody can afford it. We can buy that particular item. Now children, today we are going to learn idioms, similes and metaphors. These are the three figure of speech which we are going to focus today. Now what are these? They are ways of describing feelings, thoughts or actions in a vivid way. Now children, all this I have taken from your last year's English book. This is your last year's English book and this is what we had done last year. Page 5757. Okay, I'm going to post this, children, so that you can recall what you had learnt. So please read this and understand this. It's very clearly explained. We had done this in the class, right? Now let's see first what's a simile, what's a metaphor, what's an idiom. Okay, let's see first simile. I've written down something for you, children, just to make it simple. So first, a simile. It is a figure of speech where two things are compared directly with like or as. So this is easy, children, for you to identify. You will have like or as. Geet was as swift as a cheetah on the race track. So what is it telling us? That he ran, a cheetah is it runs very fast. So they're comparing Geet run on a racetrack is, what do you have, a running race. So it shows that he was so fast, just like a cheetah. Now see the second sentence. He's as strong as a lion. Right? And the third one, Helen was like a lovely rose. So a simile is easy to identify. When you have these words, so you can identify what's a simile. Now let's move to the next one. Let's see. Yes, a metaphor. There is a comparison of one thing with another without the word like or as. Be careful. This man is a snake in the grass. He will cheat you one day. Snake in the grass. Can you see? That's a metaphor. And the children, be careful. There is no word like and as. You will not have these words when there is a metaphor. So what basically, children, what you need to do is read the sentence very carefully. Right? Okay, now what's an idiom? An idiom is a short phrase that usually means something quite different from what you might expect. Now this is a little different from what you are expecting. What do I mean by this? Now see this example, children. Put your foot in it. This means to say or do the wrong thing. Put your foot in it means to say or do the wrong thing. Take another example. Apple of one's eye means, now children, apple of one's eye, this doesn't mean that the apple has eyes. Okay? It means that that person is a favored person. What do I mean by favored? That means a preferred or a chosen person. Like he has an advantage. So that's the meaning of idiom. So children, what I want you to do is, you will, as I said, you're going to read this. Right? That's on page 57. That's your last year's textbook. And then I want you to do first, children, this exercise, C1. So you can recall what you have learned and it will be easier for you. So you will do the C1. Those of you who don't have the textbook, I'm going to post this. So you just have to say whether it is a metaphor or a simile. And read the entire text. Read the information box so that you get a fair idea. Now, let's move to this textbook now, grade 5. Yes, now children, take a moment to read the information box. Please read the information box. Similes. Figures of speech such as simile, metaphors and idioms are often used in fiction and non-fiction writing to make it more interesting. Children, you remember the adjectives where you had boring adjectives and then we use interesting adjectives. So how do we make our writing more interesting? Okay, we want our readers to be hooked to our reading or to our writing when we speak, in your speech or in your writing. So this is how, when you use these words. Remember, simile is a way of describing something by comparing it to something else. Similes almost always include the word as or with. For example, Wilbur and Orville Wright became the first men to fly like birds. We will fly as high as the birds. You can use similes in your writing to create striking pictures with words. Okay, now see the first one. Discuss which of the following sentence include a simile. So you have to say which one of this is a simile. Take the first one, children. Read the first one. Yes, and tell me. One day we will fly as high as the moon. This is very simple to identify, children. Can you see here? As high as the moon. So this is a simile. Now see the second one. The brothers were over the moon at having succeeded. This is not a simile. This is an idiom. Okay, children. So give this a try. I will discuss it. Of course, I will discuss it later. But you give it a try. I don't want me to give you all the answers. I want you to do thinking. Do a little bit of thinking, children. Right? I don't think it should be difficult. Now, children, take time and read the B1 and understand what is it telling us to do. What are the instructions? Yes, did you understand? See, children, some similes and some idioms, they are so old that we already know what's the answer. So now they are asking us to be more creative. So that means we need to put our thinking caps and we need to be creative. We are creative writers. So the first one, children, see, it's as cunning as a fox. It's a very old simile. Let's think of something new. As cunning as a, what could we put there? As cunning as a, yes, hyena. So we created a new one over here. As fresh as a daisy. See the second one. As fresh as a daisy. Make something new. As fresh as an apple. Okay. So children, you will complete A, B. Let's see the C one. What's the C one saying? I think the B one also you can do it, children. It's fairly simple. Choose 3 of the similes you wrote in activity B and use each one in an interesting sentence of your own. So from here, children, the B1, you select any 3 and then you make a sentence of your own. Let's take the first one. Think of a sentence for the first one. Yes. Imagine you're reading a book, a story book, and somebody is asking you, like, how is this character? What are the characters? What would you say? So you could say the character in my book is as cunning as a hyena. If it is a wicked character, so you could use that sentence. The character in my book is as cunning as a hyena. Right? So give it a try, children. Select any 3 from here. If you don't know the meaning, please open your dictionary, find the meaning so that it becomes easier for you. So for your homework, it would be, children, page 57, A, B and C. And you're also going to read the textbook. Which textbook? Grade 4 textbook, that is on page 57. I'm going to post it. So don't tell me I don't have a textbook. I'm going to post this. Right? So that's all, children.